Somaliland Berbera's promise. On hold amid new priorities? Given its reliance on the Port of Djibouti for 95% of its foreign trade, Ethiopia is actively seeking alternative access to the sea to mitigate its economic and geopolitical vulnerabilities. Government officials have used rhetoric that frames this quest as an existential issue for the country, making it a dominant topic in their public speeches. In this high-stakes endeavor, the Port of Berbera, nestled on the Gulf of Aden in the self-declared Republic of Somaliland, emerges as a beacon of immense potential. It represents a vision of diversified trade routes, reduced costs, and regional integration, a project where hundreds of millions of dollars have already been sunk into gleaming new cranes and freshly paved highways. The economic case for Berbera is overwhelmingly compelling on paper. The numbers, as laid out by the UK development finance institution British International Investment, BII, tell a story of transformative impact. The report from BII, a major backer, forecasted that Berbera port is expected to enable trade equivalent to 8% of Ethiopia's gross domestic product, GDP, and 32% of national trade by 2035. Berbera's promise. On hold amid new priorities? The Reporter magazine, Ethiopia magazine. This will support 1.2 million jobs in the economy, where 60,000 of these employment opportunities will be created through the port expansion and increase access to vital goods and staples for 10 million people in Ethiopia, according to the report. When it comes to Somaliland, the overall expansion of the port is expected to improve the quality of life and livelihoods for over 1 million Somalilanders, increasing the availability and affordability of goods and indirectly supporting over 53,000 jobs locally, predicts BII. With regard to Ethiopia's current status on using the Berbera port, Abiy Nasir Ahmed, governor of the Central Bank of Somaliland, said, Ethiopia is indeed using the port, but it's not yet fully utilized, indicating several options are on the table, including customs facilitation measures, logistic and trade financing arrangements, and potential joint investment initiatives for the future. These measures will make the corridor more efficient, competitive, and attractive for Ethiopian traders, he said. Abdi Nasir and Mamo Maritu, former governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, MB, held discussions on Berbera port and other issues in August 2025, just weeks before Mamo tendered his resignation. Abdi Nasir indicated that crucial infrastructure works at the port have been completed. At the moment, the necessary infrastructure, including ships, are already installed and finalized. The port is operational, the economic free zones are finished, and the corridor connecting the port to the Ethiopian border at Togo Wajali is also complete, said the official. The primary item still under discussion is the Trade Facilitation and Customs Agreement, which is part of the broader Port Utilization Agreement, said Abdi Nasir. We are working with the NBE to take the lead in implementing what we call the Insurance and Banking Protocol, which is a crucial component of the overall agreement. While Abdi Nasir's progress report is encouraging, government officials who spoke to the Reporter magazine described a different reality. One revealed that plans to fully utilize the port of Berbera have been put on hold, citing a refocusing of government priorities. Speaking on condition of anonymity, the official stated that providing clarity on the matter is currently difficult. It's difficult to provide an explanation on Berbera port for the time being, he said, stressing the need to undertake activities more silently. The government's immediate focus, according to the official, has shifted to other areas. Our main focus is currently Assab, he said, referring to the Eritrean port. As a country of 120 million people, we must secure access to a port. When Eritrea closed the ports of Assab and Massawa during the 1998 border war with Ethiopia, access was lost overnight. The official confirmed that the issue of Berbera is not currently on the government's active agenda, noting that even parliamentarians querying about the issue have been told to hold off for the time being. Despite the political stalemate, officials affirmed the readiness of the port's infrastructure and a strong partnership with Somaliland. The potential savings are substantial. Ethiopia's port traffic currently pumps up to USD 2 billion annually into Djibouti's economy through tariffs and fees. Djibouti has come to rely heavily on this revenue, with port operations accounting for approximately 85% of its entire GDP. For Ethiopia, the cost of using Djibouti port is a significant burden. Data shows that port fees are estimated to consume around 30% of the country's export earnings, which have recently shot up from USD 4 billion to over USD 5 billion. A contractual agreement to administer Berbera could slash Ethiopia's import-export port fees by up to 75 to 80%, Tesfachew stated. He cautioned that such an arrangement would require initial investment. Initially, however, it will have a cost for Ethiopia to bear, such as installing the necessary equipment and building infrastructure, he added. Beyond Berbera, Tesfachew also suggested Eritrea's Port of Assab as another potential option, albeit one complicated by politics. Ideally, if there were no political problems, the Eritrean government could offer a similar agreement with Ethiopia, making an annual payment for usage. It would function like your own port, though physically in another nation's territory, he explained. Eritrea could even agree to have Ethiopia build the port infrastructure in Assab. Assab's distance from Asmara, approximately 500 kilometers, means that Maswa currently serves as Eritrea's primary port. Tesfachew further noted that Djibouti itself has almost graduated to middle-income status with a gross national income, GNI, per capita over $2,000 compared to Ethiopia's $1,300 due to port revenues, and is unlikely to willingly forfeit this benefit. However, reliance on a single route remains a critical vulnerability for Ethiopia, he stressed. For Abdi Nasir, the obvious next step is expediting engagement to complete the port utilization agreement. My specific concern is the insurance and banking protocols, which was an agenda discussed with the former NBE governor in August 2025, he told the Reporter magazine. Though Mamo has resigned from his post, we hope to continue these discussions with the upcoming administration of the NBE. Once this agreement is completed, Ethiopia's use of the port will significantly increase.